It's Monday, November 19, the start of the gaming week. Welcome back to Foxy Games UK. I'm Fox, your source of regular, reliable gaming news and rumour. Now, I could go on and on about how Foxy Games UK reported PlayStation 5 will have a grand reveal early to mid 2019 and launch around a year later within fiscal 2019 ending March 2020. I could also go on about the cross-generational PS4/PS5 titles I already reported, and of course specific PS5 exclusives that will not run on the PS4 or Pro. What about the new PlayStation VR tech, the new DualShock controller, and Sony pushing for 4K 60 next gen? Sure, I've had my doubters yet. It is only now people want to take seriously regarding a possible March 2020 potential PS5 release date window, and that the system could cost up to $500, and I'm not totally convinced on that pricing. But yeah, pretty much most of what is being reported now I reported way back, and along comes someone on Reddit claiming everything I've basically said and more. Honestly, I care less about being credited anymore. I'm just happy a lot of what I've said going back 14 months has been more or less validated. Anyway, Black Friday is almost upon us, and leading the charge with incredible value, Sony's PS4 Slim and Spider-Man bundles are becoming increasingly harder to buy, according to numerous reports. PlayStation 4 Spidey bundles are sold out almost everywhere. Sony are keen for their market-leading PS4 to surpass that magical 100 million number before PS5 gets revealed. Now, once that happens, all bets are off, and Sony can reveal PS5 news sooner rather than later. And what a great way to kick off the start of a new generation off the back of the incredible success of the previous one. It also gives Sony extra kudos points since the company will celebrate its 25th anniversary next year. Yes, it's hard to believe Sony's PlayStation is older than a lot of you gamers out there. Now, reported via long-running site Trusted Reviews, Xbox One X versus PS4 Pro, which 4K console should you buy right now? While PS4 Pro and Xbox One S mark a huge shift in console gaming, console generations have been really moved aside in favour of an iterative hardware mode. At least that's what the picture is like right now. Both machines will support all existing PS4 and Xbox One titles respectively, while adding plenty of new features and hardware improvements such as increased performance, resolution and graphical features. Now, let's be clear, these consoles are very different offerings that aren't exactly side-by-side rivals. While they both offer some degree of 4K gaming, they fill different parts of the market due to their different pricing. Sony's PS4 Pro launched in November 2016, retailing at around £349.99 Great British pounds, and Sony's upgraded console is pretty good value considering its specs. The Xbox One X launched on 7th of November 2017 for around £449 Great British pounds or $500 US. That's not a massive leap up from the PS4 Pro, but it's still a jump that some people might not be willing to take. Microsoft is aiming for full native 4K at 60 FPS, while not all PS4 Pro games meet that specification. Some games run at 30 FPS in 4K, while others manage full 60 FPS performance at full native 4K. Now, the rest are a combination of games that run between 30 FPS, 4K, or render at sub 4K and use clever upscaling techniques to appear in 4K across both systems. Now, all Xbox One games will run better, obviously, on the One X, whether or not they've been specifically updated to do so. You'll be able to play One X games at full HD too, with the choices really whether you want to downscale from Ultra HD resolution for ultra sharp graphics or run games at 1080p for better performance. Now, there's something notably different regarding PS4 Pro, which has a habit of hiding these settings from you unless you specifically opted to run the console at full HD only. And Microsoft has also confirmed Xbox One backwards compatibility will roll over to the One X going forward. The service currently has more than 300 titles, which is nothing to be sniffed at. There are no Xbox One X exclusive games in spite of the huge leap over its predecessor. In truth, the Pro and the One X are pretty similar at what they offer consumers. However, the One X is just a better performer all round. It's pricier, so it should be, and launched at 450 UK pounds or $500, and it doesn't have quite the library that you get with the PlayStation Pro, but it has more bells and whistles. For instance, the 4K Blu-ray player is seen as an Xbox One X exclusive by many, and better performance, and with Microsoft's seemingly never-ending quest to add every game from the Xbox Pass to the back compatibility catalogue, it's getting a fearsome collection of classics on the platform too. So there's no clear winner here, but if you like cracking single player exclusives, the PS4 Pro is the console to go for. And if you're in this solely for the pixels and hardware power, or you just want to share your games between PC and Xbox, don't care about exclusives, prefer playing multiplats with just a single purchase, of course, the One X is a better performer and benefits from a shared game library with the PC on many of its new releases. Now, it must be said that Nintendo was not included in this piece because I'm pretty confident the Big N will do well regardless of who or what their main competitor is. Nintendo are definitely in their own lane. So here's my thing. Microsoft have really purchased a bunch of studios recently, though the fruits of the labor are not expected until the next Xbox generation. The Redmond firm is also pushing an all-digital service-based business model, releasing a diskless Xbox One, reminiscent of Microsoft's 2013 plan to do away with Xbox game trade-ins and always online sign-ins. Now, to make matters worse, Microsoft are working on a game trading program, encouraging users to give up their physical copies for a worthless digital version. Yes, swap your physical copy for a really sequences of code, basically. Other than the extremely lazy excuse of not wanting to physically use your muscles to place the disc into the tray, I honestly cannot see why anybody would want to give up something they physically own for something they do not. Everything Microsoft has done or have attempted to do this generation screams anti-consumer to me. And I'm not being a fanboy here. This is fact. You can just go back and look at all of the rollbacks Microsoft has done based on, poor feedback from their own base, let alone the games industry as a whole. And taking control away from gamers is never a good thing, making them users, not owners. Team Xbox are placing a lot of stock in their digital game rental service, Game Pass, so bear that in mind when thinking about the very near future prospects and roadmap of Xbox. Similarly, although a ton of PS4 games are still awaiting release, Death Stranding, Ghost of Tsushima, Days Gone, The Last of Us Part 2, etc., a run of games expected to be the last big push before the inevitable PS5 is revealed, as hinted by Sony's announcement the company will not hold a PlayStation Experience 2018, nor will Sony attend E3 2019 in any way, shape or form. If you are not one of those who loves exclusives on any platform, then fear not. Multi-platform titles will fill the gap between this gen and the next, as they always have. Expect cross-generation titles from third parties well into, say, 2 years of either PS5 and the Xbox next gen cycle. Which interestingly leads us to this GearNuke.com report. Spider-Man PS4, the $199 Black Friday bundles are so popular, they're already selling out everywhere. Yes, it's incredibly difficult, increasingly harder even, to secure the $199 Amazing Spider-Man PS4 Slim bundle. Unsurprisingly, here's the full story. Marvel Spider-Man is available as a limited time special bundle with a PS4 Slim, and as expected, it is selling out everywhere. The bundle is getting sold out whenever the listing for it is really updated on sites like Walmart, Amazon and other retailers online. It shows the demand for the bundle is exceeding the stock allocated to each retailer. It is also the #1 selling hardware on Amazon right now, and just behind the 1-year PlayStation Plus subscription overall that is being sold for $39.99, down from $60. Now, this bundle includes a PS4 Slim with Marvel Spider-Man. It offers an incredible price for the whole package because you're effectively getting a PlayStation 4 Slim for $140 with a copy of Marvel Spider-Man for $60, which it is possible really to get the game cheaper, yes, I'm sure, in a sale, but this is an incredible offer nonetheless. And if you are looking for a time to jump into the PS4 ecosystem, this seems to be the perfect fit for it. Marvel Spider-Man had a record launch where it shattered the opening month sales of God of War and then really continued on to have solid legs. The bundle is only going to add to the overall figures of Spider-Man sales and help Sony move an incredible amount of hardware this Black Friday holiday. Now, the MPD's Matt Piscatella and many others have been tracking these Black Friday console deals. Here's a quote. That $200 Marvel Spider-Man PS4 bundle keeps selling out quickly whenever listed online. Don't sleep on it if you really want one. And apparently Benji Sales is tracking the $200 Spider-Man PS4 bundle as well as Switch hardware, and in general both are off to a tremendous start. Here's a quote. The Pokemon Let's Go games are having a noteworthy impact on driving new Switch sales, and if you want a $199 Spidey PS4, go get it now because shortages are imminent. So with that being said, it looks like Sony and Microsoft are making a big push before they reveal and or at least talk about their respective next-gen systems early next year. But until then, Microsoft want you to buy into their all-digital future and have really intimated the company isn't even sure if the next-gen Xbox console will even feature a disk drive, though many agree that it would be suicide. Yet that didn't stop Microsoft from attempting the whole DRM drama back in 2013, regardless of who had access to broadband internet, which cost them dearly this generation, so we'll see how that goes, I guess. As for Sony's short-term plans, the Black Friday/holiday bundle includes PS4 Slim with a copy of Marvel's Spider-Man, offering an incredible price point for the entire package. You are literally getting the PS4 Slim uber cheap. Now, Marvel's Spider-Man had a record launch where it shattered the opening months of sales of God of War and then continued really to sell even more, outselling even Horizon Zero Dawn. The bundle is only going to add to the overall figures of Spider-Man sales and help Sony move an incredible amount of hardware this Black Friday. But what say you? Because as usual, a link to all content covered today can be found in the video's description when and where applicable. And while you're there, do share your thoughts and opinions on today's news, because that unfortunately brings us to the end of yet another video. Yes, I know, but there'll be another one soon. But let's continue the discussion in the video comments. And for more regular PS4, Xbox One, Nintendo Switch and next-gen news updates, subscribe to Foxy Games UK. Remember to hit the notification bell so you never miss content. Thumbs up if you like it here, and help us reach more like-minded gamers simply by sharing this video. And if you like what I do here and want to support Foxy Games UK, you can do so via Patreon and or grab yourself a Foxy Games UK branded t-shirt or hoodie, available in white, grey and military green. You'll find both Patreon and Foxy Games UK branded clothing links in the video description. I really appreciate all the support. And that concludes our time together on this Monday. It was great hanging out, but until the next video, always remember, play games, not corporations.